Hey everybody, Deanna Binley here with Save Bear Mountain, and welcome to our new video, Save Bear Mountain 2. In today's video, I am going to give you some updated traffic and OHV numbers for Memorial Day weekend 2020. Now, our original video was featuring President's Day weekend back in February, so I want you to see, are the numbers up, are they down? What's going on with the numbers out there? Now, in this video, I'm also going to give you some current video of speeders. We're going to take a look at some of the dust issues that are going on out there. There is no way it is healthy or okay for a human being to breathe this level of dust hundreds and hundreds of times a day, which is exactly what's happening on 152C. This is a health hazard. Definitely, clearly a health hazard for the people who live here, for the drivers of any vehicles that are going down this road, because there's just non-stop fugitive dust. I'm also going to show you some kind of scary, reckless driving that's going on out there. I know a lot of my neighbors who live in the Bear Mountain area, they're honestly scared to get on the road. And I think once you see these videos, you may understand their fear a little bit more. Now, let's go ahead, and I'm going to start off with the numbers and that traffic and OHV count for current time. So let's jump right into the numbers. Let's go back to Sunday, February 16th, 2020. The OHV count for that day was 150. Cars, trucks, campers, RVs, etc. was 170. Jeep tours, 102. Total traffic for that day, 422. Keep in mind, this was a 7-hour period of time. That's all, only 7 hours. Imagine the numbers had I done that for a 24-hour period. Now let's go to current time. Let's talk about Memorial Day weekend. Saturday, May 23rd, 2020. This was a 10-hour window. We had 278 OHVs screaming down 152C. We had 158 campers, RVs, trucks, etc. And we had 24 Jeep tours. Total traffic number that day, 460. Now the Jeep tour number is down, and that makes perfect sense. We're still coping as a society with COVID. We are social distancing. So for people to not want to hop in the back of a Jeep tour right now because of all that makes some sense. Now let's go to Sunday, May 24th, 2020. The OHV number that day, 10 hours only, 315. Campers, trucks, RVs, etc., 151. Jeep tours, 55. Total traffic, 521. Now the number I want to keep a focus on is the OHV number. We went from 150 in February to 315 3 months later. This is not sustainable. It's not. There's nothing sustainable about this. The people who live there, the noise level is absolutely overwhelming. We are breathing fugitive dust hundreds of times a day. The forest is literally being killed. The trees are dying because their photosynthesis is being blocked. They are being completely covered in this dust. Photosynthesis is blocked. Trees are dead. Trees are dying. All right, so let's get to the current video. I'm going to show you current video of speeders. Unbelievable amounts of dust. Remember that this dust is killing the trees. This dust is harming the environment. Can you even imagine what the wildlife is having to deal with? So let's jump right in and take a look at some current video. Guys are flying. Look at the dust. I have to breathe that. My neighbors have to breathe that. 40 miles an hour. About 50 miles an hour at least. Okay, enough is enough. They were going 50. Look at the dust. Can you see it off to the side over there? 50 miles an hour on a dirt road all day, every day. These next two clips were filmed from the roof of our house. Just beyond our house, there is a blind corner, and there is incredible amounts of dust generated from this corner, which you're gonna see in this video. So as you watch this video, consider how far-reaching these dust plumes are in all directions. And I also want you to ask yourself, if you were out on a drive with your family and you were coming around this same corner where all of these OHVs are screaming down this road, how safe would you feel being on the road under these conditions? The visibility goes down to almost nothing. Let me know what you think of these clips. I'm about 15 feet high in the air on the top of our house. We are actually doing the roof deck right now. I wanted you to be able to see the dust from a different perspective. Look how far in it goes, how far away from the road. Look how far that travels. I'll be honest, I'm shocked. Look at that dust. This is what's killing the trees. This is what's poisoning the air. Let's watch it linger in the air and see how long it stays there. You can see how high up it's going. If you look beyond that tree, see that's going a minimum of 100 feet on either side of the road. This place will look like the moon in about 5 years. Here comes another one. I wanted to shoot different video for you from different spots on 152C. So I took my GoPro and I walked down the road. As I went down the road, an OHV comes in the opposite direction where I was going, and he wasn't really speeding or doing anything wrong, but here's where it got interesting. As he rounds this corner over here, this very sharp blind corner, he veered off into the opposite lane where oncoming traffic would be on a blind corner. It was unbelievable. This is so incredibly dangerous. And as he goes out of my vision at the, like within 1 or 2 seconds, a vehicle, an OHV, comes up the road. So you know those two cross paths very, very closely. Well, the one that came up the road saw me and just hit the gas and went as fast as they could right past me. We're supposed to share this road. This is a mixed use road, which means all types of traffic are going to be there. These OHVs believe that this is their own personal racetrack, and all of these videos confirm that attitude. Take a look at these videos and let me know what you think. Look, he's on the wrong side of the road on a blind corner. Wrong side of the road. You saw that. Good grief. Seriously? This next video actually scared me. I decided to shoot some video as a driver on 152C. So I got in my car and I put my GoPro on top of the steering wheel. Well, I can hear behind me an OHV is coming, and he's coming at a fast rate of speed. So as he starts to come up beside me, we have a blind corner not almost immediately in front of us. And you see right around this corner, at the moment he's next to me, an OHV is coming around that corner. So he has to go in between my vehicle and that vehicle to avoid a major collision. This is so reckless. This is so dangerous. And this happens all the time. Watch this video, put some comments down below. I want to know what you think of this video and this reckless driving that is going on here. All right, let's start to wrap this up, but I want to talk about the OHV count on Sunday, Memorial Day weekend, and look at it in a slightly different light. If we take that number and we spread it out evenly over the 10 hours that I counted traffic, that would be the equivalent of every 2 minutes an OHV is screaming down 152C for 10 straight hours. Every 2 minutes, 10 straight hours. There's nothing sustainable about that. The damage to the forest is substantial and getting worse. The quality of life for the people who live there is being reduced every single year. We've got to put some boundaries on this. We've also got to stop and consider that the OHV community is growing by leaps and bounds right now. They are a huge community, and if we don't have boundaries, the destruction will only get worse. We've also got to consider climate change. The planet is getting warmer and things are getting drier. As this happens, the devastation in the forest is going to get worse and worse. Can you imagine any of those dust videos that you saw today being 20% higher, 30% higher, 40% higher? The devastation to the forest is going to be so substantial. What about the wildlife? And what about quality of life for Sedona residents? I'd like to ask every one of you watching this video, please come to 152C, especially on a Saturday or Sunday, and see for yourself what's actually going on here. And as you go down this road, drive slowly and take a look at all of the tree death. It's real. It's a huge, huge problem. And when you're done on 152C, that forks off and turns into the 525. Go down there, because when the OHVs are done ripping it up on 152C, they go to 525 to do the exact same thing. And they're dealing with the same problems that we are. Now, we're calling for immediate change. We've got to set boundaries as a community, as Sedona. We cannot let our forests and our residents be damaged like this. I'd like to encourage you to join our channel, Save Bear Mountain. So click the subscribe button and be sure to hit the notification bell, because Bear Mountain 3 is coming out soon. You do not want to miss that video. My personal contact information is coming up in the next clip. Please feel free to call, text, or email me. We want you to be a part of Save Bear Mountain and Save Sedona.